Welcome, everyone, to today's deep dive,
Yeah.
where we're going to be exploring the esoteric meaning of Christmas.
Okay.
And we're not talking about, the typical Christmas carols and sugar plum fairies here.
Right.
We're going deep,
Yes.
examining the holiday through a fascinating lens,
Okay.
a hypnotic regression session.
It's a unique approach for sure.
Yeah.
We'll be kind of dissecting this YouTube video where a hypnotist guides a subject to explore the potential origins and symbolic meanings of Christmas.
Right.
What makes this session particularly interesting is its structure.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about childhood memories here.
Right.
The subject goes way back in time,
Oh, wow.
encounters figures like Moises,
Okay.
and even dialogues with abstract concepts like air.
Yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready for pyramids,
Really?
interdimensional portals,
Wow.
and even a chat with the entity Anubis.
Sounds intense.
It's wild stuff, but remember,
Yeah.
we're not here to debate anyone's belief system.
Of course not.
Think of us as curious explorers unpacking the symbolism and unexpected historical connections revealed in this session.
Exactly. It's all about exploration with an open mind.
Right, okay, so let's unpack this first layer of symbolism.
Okay.
The session kind of begins by establishing this link between Christmas and the winter solstice.
Right.
We're talking about a pagan festival, ritualistic, dancing around a fire, invoking abundance and harvest energy. It's a far cry from our modern-day gift-giving frenzy.
Yeah, for sure.
It's fascinating how the hypnotist really hones in on December 25th.
Yeah.
The subject repeatedly describes a portal opening on this date, acting as a divider between what they call subtle and dense energies. This suggests a connection between the physical and spiritual realms,
Right.
a concept frequently associated with solstice celebrations.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so hold on.
Yeah.
What exactly are we talking about when we say subtle and dense energies?
Okay, sure.
For those of us who don't spend our weekends astral projecting, can you break that down a bit?
So the idea of subtle and dense energies stems from various spiritual traditions.
Got it.
Subtle energies are often associated with the unseen realm.
Okay.
Thoughts, emotions, spiritual forces, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as the energy behind the energy.
Okay.
Dense energies, on the other hand, are rooted in the physical world.
Gotcha.
Our bodies, the material world around us,
Mm-hmm.
the tangible stuff we interact with daily.
So this portal on December 25th
Yeah.
is like a bridge between these two types of energies.
That's how the session portrays it,
Interesting.
as if this date marks a time when these energies are particularly potent or accessible,
Okay.
possibly even intertwined.
It's making me rethink those holiday sugar rushes in a whole new light.
Interesting.
But the journey doesn't stop there.
Okay.
We then shift to the first time this portal supposedly opened.
Got it.
The subject describes this massive rotating pyramid
Oh, wow.
with a square base and a cylinder at its center. And get this pyramid is connected to the pyramids we have here on Earth.
The subject specifically mentions the pyramids of Mexico and Egypt.
Oh, really?
What's intriguing is the suggestion of a global network of pyramids,
Mm.
all harnessing and channeling energy.
Wow.
You'll find similar concepts in esoteric and New Age philosophies.
So we've got this giant pyramid swirling energy December 25th.
Yeah.
Who's running the show?
Right.
That's where things get even more interesting.
Okay.
The subject sees 4 wolf-like beings controlling this pyramid,
Interesting.
each representing a cardinal direction and a fundamental element:
Uh-huh.
earth, air, water, and fire.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, these elements are often seen as the foundational building blocks of existence in numerous cultures and belief systems.
Right, like the basic ingredients of reality.
Exactly.
Got it.
The subject describes these beings as guardians or controllers of this powerful pyramid,
Okay.
suggesting a link between the physical world and these fundamental forces.
These wolf beings sound pretty intense. Do you
Yeah.
think they're benevolent?
That's a great question.
I mean, are they looking out for us, or are they more like cosmic CEOs just managing the energy flow?
And one that the session doesn't explicitly answer.
Okay.
Their motives remain shrouded in mystery.
Gotcha.
But what's fascinating is that the hypnotist gets to chat with each of these beings individually.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
They have a conversation with fire.
Yes.
Like, hey, fire, what's up? You seem a little intense today.
Well, not exactly like that.
Okay.
But the hypnotist does engage in a dialogue with each element.
Okay.
And what's intriguing is that each being delivers cryptic messages about their role and influence on humanity.
Uh-huh.
They're like riddles wrapped in enigma, delivered with a side of cosmic energy.
So what kind of riddles are we talking about?
Right.
Give us a sneak peek into these cosmic chats.
One recurring theme is the concept of time.
Time, okay.
These elemental beings describe it as both a torturer and a liberator,
Huh,
which, if you think about it, is a pretty mind-bending concept.
right. Time is a slippery subject.
It is.
I know, I feel both tortured by deadlines and liberated by the thought of Friday afternoon.
Yeah, it goes deeper than that.
Okay.
It prompts us to examine how we perceive time, its impact on our lives,
Uh-huh.
and even our perception of reality.
Okay.
Do we see time as a linear progression, a cyclical journey, or something else entirely?
Okay. I'm hooked.
Great.
Let's break down these elemental conversations one by one.
Okay, sounds good.
What does air have to say?
Air's all about the spiritual realm accessed through the very breath we take.
Interesting.
But there's also this element of control, almost like air represents the limitations imposed on humanity through thought and belief.
So air is saying our thoughts can be our own prison.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's a powerful concept.
I definitely know people who seem trapped in their own heads.
Right.
It's a good reminder that we have the power to choose our thoughts
Yeah.
and in a way shape our reality.
Precisely.
Okay, air is deep.
It is.
What about earth?
Okay.
What message does this grounded element bring to the table?
Earth, as you might expect, embodies density, physical life, and the cyclical nature of death and regeneration. It's about understanding the natural ebb and flow of existence, accepting both the light and shadow aspects of being human.
Okay.
It's a very holistic perspective.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's like Earth is saying, look, you're part of this grand cycle, the good, the bad, the pretty, the ugly.
Right.
Embrace it all.
Exactly.
That's a powerful message, especially during the holidays when we often try to force everything to be perfect.
Indeed. It's a reminder that even in darkness, there's potential for growth and renewal.
Okay, so we've covered air and earth.
Yes.
What does water have to contribute to this cosmic conversation?
Water emphasizes the flow of life fertility and that constant quest for more life.
Huh.
Think of the ever-changing nature of water, how it adapts to its surroundings. It's
Right.
about recognizing the fluid, ever-evolving nature of reality.
It's like water is saying, go with the flow, baby. Things are always changing.
Yeah.
Don't get stuck. I can dig it.
Exactly. It encourages a sense of adaptability and resilience, recognizing that change is the only constant.
Okay, last but not least, we have fire.
All right.
What wisdom does this fiery element impart?
Fire is all about transformation duality and the ability to transport consciousness to other dimensions.
Wow.
It embodies the intense transformative experiences that shape us both positive and negative.
Okay.
It has that raw power to create and destroy, to burn away the old and make way for the new.
It's like fire is saying, don't fear change, embrace it. Let yourself be consumed and reborn.
Yes.
That's a bit intense for a holiday message.
Yeah, it is.
But I guess it fits with the whole burning Yule log tradition.
Exactly. It reminds us of our potential for growth and the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth.
Okay.
It challenges us to step out of our comfort zones and embrace those experiences that truly transform us.
All right, so we've got these powerful elemental beings, this portal opening on December 25th, and all this talk of subtle and dense energies. It's a lot to process.
It is.
But where does the traditional messianic figure fit into all of this?
That's where things take another unexpected turn.
Okay.
The hypnotist asks about the Messiah,
Mm-hmm.
and the subject envisions a prophet-like figure holding a staff,
Okay.
a guide, a Messiah.
All right.
They call him Moses.
Moises. Like Moses.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
it is.
I'm curious to see where this goes.
Oh,
So what
yeah.
does this Moises character have to say for himself?
Well, what's intriguing is that Moses admits to being a creation,
The creation.
something designed to guide humans through religions and belief systems.
Interesting.
He even states that he can guide people toward both darkness and light.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah,
He's saying he can lead people toward darkness.
he does.
That's pretty heavy stuff.
It-
What does that even mean?
Well,
We're
yeah.
talking about evil.
It's not necessarily about evil in the traditional sense.
Okay.
It's more about acknowledging the duality inherent in many belief systems.
Oh.
The idea that there are different paths, some leading towards what we might consider good,
Mm-hmm.
and others towards what we might deem bad.
I see. So it's not about following blindly, but about critically examining the beliefs we adopt and the paths we choose.
That's a great way to put it.
That's a powerful message.
It is.
Okay,
yeah,
this Moises character is full of surprises.
for sure.
He's got me thinking about those figures throughout history who have claimed to be prophets or messengers.
Right.
It makes you wonder about the stories we tell ourselves about these spiritual leaders and their true motivations.
It's a valid question.
Right.
Are they simply guiding lights?
Yeah.
Or are they, as Moises suggests, creations designed to fulfill a specific purpose?
Right.
Even if that purpose has unintended consequences.
This hypnotic session is getting deeper by the minute.
Yeah.
We've gone from ancient rituals to pyramids to elemental beings.
Right.
And now a messianic figure who admits to potentially leading people astray.
It's quite a journey.
I'm eager to see what else this session reveals about Christmas.
Me too.
Where do we go from here?
Well, from ancient prophets and pyramids, we journey to a more modern symbol.
Okay.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, all right.
The subject travels back to the supposed origins of Santa and encounters an individual named Nicolau from Turkey around the year 1875.
Nicolau from Turkey.
Yeah.
That's not the North Pole I was expecting.
Right.
So what's this Nicolau fellow all about? Is he rocking a red suit and a long white beard?
Not quite.
Okay.
He's depicted as a wise and loving figure who writes about love and unity. A stark contrast to the jolly gift-giving Santa we know today.
So the original Santa was more like a love guru than a toy delivery expert?
Yeah, in a way.
That's a Christmas card I'd love to see.
It's a very different image.
Yeah.
It really highlights the evolution of this iconic symbol.
Right.
The session suggests that the original message of love and unity embodied by Nicolau has been well commercialized and transformed into something almost unattainable in our modern consumerist society.
It's like Santa went from advocating for world peace to promoting the latest gaming console.
Yeah, kind of.
It makes you wonder how much of the original meaning gets lost in the translation as these symbols evolve.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that traditions and symbols are not static.
Oh, wait.
They're constantly being reshaped by cultural shifts, societal needs, and even our collective imagination.
But there's another layer to this Santa Claus enigma, isn't there? Didn't Nicolau have trouble explaining his own origins?
Yes, that's another fascinating detail.
Okay.
Nicolau struggles to pinpoint his origins because of the overwhelming energy associated with the Santa Claus archetype.
Okay.
It's as if the idea of Santa has become so deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness that it obscures its own history.
That's pretty wild.
It is a strange concept.
It's like the Santa we know today has become this giant energy vortex absorbing all these different beliefs and interpretations, making it hard to trace back to a single source.
Yeah, it's hard to find the origin.
It makes you wonder if any symbol can remain pure once it reaches a certain level of cultural saturation.
It raises questions about the nature of archetypes and how they evolve.
Right.
Do they retain a core essence?
Yeah.
Or are they constantly being rewritten by the cultures that embrace them?
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We've journeyed from solstice celebrations to pyramids and elemental beings, encountered a messianic figure with a cryptic message, and even explored the potential origins of Santa Claus.
Yes, quite a journey.
It's like we've peeled back the layers of Christmas wrapping paper to reveal a whole universe of symbolism and esoteric meaning.
A lot to unpack there.
It's a reminder that even something as seemingly familiar as Christmas has hidden depths waiting to be explored.
For sure.
But before we get too lost in the symbolic labyrinth, let's circle back to a few key points.
Okay, this is good.
I'm still intrigued by this portal opening on December 25th. The hypnotist keeps emphasizing its significance.
It seemed very important to them.
What do you make of it?
It's presented as a pivotal moment, a time when the veil between subtle and dense energies becomes thinner.
Okay.
Allowing for a greater exchange or interaction between these realms.
Because it's not just about ancient rituals and pyramids.
Right.
This session suggests that there's something energetically unique about December 25th. Something that might explain why this date has become so central to different cultures and belief systems.
It's certainly a possibility.
Yeah.
That's one interpretation.
Right.
Perhaps these ancient cultures with their solstice celebrations and intricate rituals were tapping into something.
Okay.
They understood about the energetic dynamics of this particular date.
It makes you wonder if they were more in tune with those subtle energies than we are today.
It certainly challenges us to reconsider the wisdom and knowledge embedded within ancient traditions.
Speaking of ancient wisdom, let's revisit that messianic figure, Moises. His claim to guide people towards both darkness and light really stuck with me.
Yeah, it's like a powerful statement.
It's a bold statement.
It is.
It forces us to confront the complexity of belief systems.
Right.
And the figures we often revere Are they purely benevolent guides?
Yeah.
Or are they, as Moises suggests, capable of leading us down different paths, some with potentially negative consequences?
It's something to think about.
It's like he's saying, hey, I'm just a tool.
Yeah.
It's up to you to choose how you use me.
Precisely.
Right.
It highlights the importance of critical thinking, of questioning the narratives we've been given and taking ownership of our own spiritual journeys.
I can see how that message might be unsettling for some.
It could be for some people.
It challenges the idea of blind faith.
Yeah.
And encourages us to be more discerning about the beliefs we choose to adopt.
But isn't that a valuable lesson? Especially in today's world where we're bombarded with information and conflicting ideologies.
Absolutely. It's a reminder to be aware of the influences that shape our worldview and to actively choose the paths that resonate with our values.
And that choice, that conscious decision to carve our own path, is ultimately what empowers us to shape our own destinies.
Wow.
It's about recognizing our own agency, our ability to choose light or darkness, even when guided by a figure like Moises.
That's a powerful message.
It is.
It's like this whole hypnotic regression session is a giant wake-up call, urging us to question assumptions, explore different perspectives, and ultimately become more conscious creators of our reality.
And that brings us back to the concept of belief.
Belief, okay.
If this hypnotic session is to be believed,
Right.
then the very act of believing, of imbuing something with meaning, can have a tangible impact on our reality.
It's like our beliefs become self-fulfilling prophecies.
By the way, yes.
If we believe Christmas is a magical time of love and joy, then we're more likely to experience it that way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But if we focus on the commercialism and stress, well, that's likely to be our reality.
It highlights the power of intention and the importance of aligning our beliefs with the experiences we desire to create.
So if we believe that Santa Claus is a jolly old elf who delivers presents to good children, then on some level, does that make it true?
That's a fascinating question.
Yeah.
It touches on the idea of collective belief and how it can shape our shared reality.
Okay.
Think about the myths and legends that have endured for centuries. They hold power because people believe in them,
Right.
giving them a life force that transcends individual interpretation.
It's like the Santa Claus story has taken on a life of its own,
It really has.
fueled by the collective belief of millions of people around the world.
Yeah, exactly.
It's become bigger than any one person or origin story.
And that collective belief, that shared sense of wonder and possibility, is perhaps one of the most enduring aspects of the Christmas tradition.
So even if Santa isn't a real person living at the North Pole, the spirit of generosity and goodwill he represents continues to inspire us.
It's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful truths reside in the realm of imagination and belief.
This hypnotic session is making my head spin in the best way possible.
Yeah, me too.
It's like we've gone on a roller coaster ride through the history, symbolism, and esoteric meaning of Christmas.
It's been quite a journey.
We've explored the ancient roots of the holiday, delved into the mysteries of pyramids and elemental beings, encountered a thought-provoking messianic figure, and even deconstructed the modern-day Santa Claus.
Yeah, we've covered a lot.
It's been quite the journey. But as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm left with a lingering question.
Okay.
If Christmas is built on a foundation of solstice energy, ancient rituals, and a complex interplay of symbolism, what does this reveal about the power of belief and the way we shape meaning in our life?
That's the core question, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does this all mean for us?
Right.
Like, does this hypnotic regression, change how we view Christmas?
Right. We've gone down this rabbit hole of symbolism and esoteric meaning.
Yeah.
But what do we do with it?
Right.
How does it apply to our modern-day celebrations?
Well, it certainly offers a fresh perspective.
Okay.
It encourages us to look beyond the commercialized facade and consider the deeper layers of meaning embedded in the holiday symbolism. It's an invitation to reconnect with the essence of Christmas.
Okay.
The core values of love, generosity, and connection that have resonated across cultures and throughout time.
It's like we've been so caught up in the hustle and bustle, the present, the decorations, that we've lost sight of the heart of the holiday.
Perhaps this session reminds us that the true gifts of Christmas are not material,
Right.
but rather those intangible treasures.
Okay.
Love, compassion, forgiveness, a sense of wonder and possibility. These are the gifts that endure long after the presents are unwrapped
Right.
and the decorations are packed away.
And those gifts, those qualities, they resonate with those ancient rituals we discussed.
They do.
The solstice celebrations, the invocation of abundance and light. It's like we're tapping into a primal energy that transcends time and culture.
Exactly. Those ancient traditions weren't just about feasting and merrymaking.
Right.
They were about connecting with something larger than themselves, aligning with the cycles of nature, and celebrating the return of light after a period of darkness.
It makes you wonder if we've lost something along the way.
It's possible.
Have we become so disconnected from nature, from those ancient rhythms, that we've forgotten how to tap into that primal energy?
It's a valid question. Perhaps this hypnotic session serves as a reminder
Okay.
to reconnect with those deeper aspects of ourselves, to rediscover the sacredness within the mundane, and to celebrate the cycles of light and darkness that shape our lives.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners? How can they apply these insights to their own Christmas experience?
Well, I think it's about being mindful, intentional.
Okay.
Take a moment to reflect on what Christmas truly means to you. Beyond the presents and the parties, what values do you want to embody during this season?
Okay.
How can you cultivate those qualities within yourself and share them with others?
It's about making Christmas more than just a holiday. It's about transforming it into a practice, a conscious choice to embody love, generosity, and compassion.
Precisely. And remember, this is just one interpretation.
Right.
One lens through which to view Christmas.
Of course.
The beauty of symbolism is that it's open to multiple interpretations.
Sure.
What resonates with one person may not resonate with another.
Exactly. The key is to find what speaks to you, what ignites that sense of wonder and meaning in your own heart.
And that ultimately is the true gift of this exploration.
Okay.
It's not about dictating beliefs, but about encouraging each listener to embark on their own journey of discovery to find their own personal connection to the spirit of Christmas.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the esoteric meaning of Christmas, we leave you with this thought.
Okay.
If you could journey back in time and witness the origins of Christmas firsthand, what would you seek to understand? And how might that knowledge reshape your own celebration and appreciation for this multifaceted holiday?
It's a question worth pondering as you navigate this holiday season and beyond.
Yeah.
Remember, the true magic of Christmas resides not in the external trappings, but in the transformative power of belief, intention, and the enduring human spirit.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the esoteric meaning of Christmas.
Yes.
We hope it sparked some curiosity, challenged some assumptions, and maybe even inspired a new appreciation for this ancient and ever-evolving holiday.
It's been a pleasure exploring these fascinating concepts with you.
Until next time, keep diving deep, keep questioning, and happy holidays.